Okay, we're at Gulfstream Park West. It's October 17th, and this is a seventh race. It's a 6 furlong race, claiming 50,000, and there's only 6 horses in the race. And what I did is, here's my little bias report, my daily log. I keep track of how many horses wire, stalk, and close each day. So far in the meet, there's been 43 sprint race. That's everything 7 furlongs and under for me. And I have that of the 43, 27 of them wired, 13 stalked. That means was within 1 to 4 lengths of the leader, and 3 of them closed. So closers have been at a big disadvantage. So it's been a front speed bias kind of track there, definitely. Small sample, only 43 races. The meet's only a couple weeks long, but I'm using this angle to play this race. And here's the Bristnest speed bias stats, and they agree. They do it by distance, so there's only been 22 6 furlong races. They've wired 55% of the time. Stalk the rest. They got the post position 4 through 7. I don't really see that. I don't see much difference between 1 through 3 and 4 through 7 in my notes. 1 through 3, 115 times, and 4 through 6, 120. So I don't see where they're coming up with the 4 through 7 being better. But anyway, they agree with me about the speed. So I'm playing this race because the 2 horses that they're betting, especially this 4 horse, I don't believe he's a front runner. So when I go through the races, I'm looking at the 1 and 2 horse. I like them both. The 1 beat them by 2 lengths. Then the 2 came out and won his very next race. I consider them horses basically the same. This 3 horse, I'm definitely taking a stand against him. He won August 12th, his first time out. He was in the 9 hole. But on my notes, that's when the rail was terrible during the month of August. So I don't think that was that good of a race. And I think he's a closer. So I'm throwing him completely out. The 4 horse, like I said, I see him go to the lead once, but for the most part, this horse sits, and I think this horse might be more of a presser, stalker, to maybe even a closer. So I don't trust this horse. He's 2 to 1. I'm going to go against him, and if you see that little same race right there between the 4 and the 5, that's that September 29th race. And I see that the 5 was in front of the 4. Even though that was a mile on the turf. Now, you could say they didn't like the turf. They probably didn't. But I just don't believe this 4 is going to lead. Now, the 5's at 20 to 1 right now. And I actually like him. This horse always, in his sprint races, is closer than 3 lengths. A lot of times he's on the lead. 2 by 1s. This horse is always trying. I like him. And if Bristnest's right about 4 through 6 being good, maybe I should like him more, but that's not why I like him. And then I love the 6 horse also. He's front speed. This is a do or die kind of horse. He goes for the lead every race, and really he either wires or he's nowhere. So that's the horse that I think gets the lead here. So I'm going to be keying off of the 5 and the 6. And here's my little graph about, where I think the horses are going to be at the first call. I think the 1, 2, 5 are going to be chasing the 6, and the 3 and the 4 are going to be behind him. But because of the way the track's been playing, I'm throwing out and taking a stand against the 3 and the 4. So my first bet here is I'm boxing the 1, 2, 5, and 6 for my try. And I'm boxing them in an exacta. But then I do like the 5 and the 6. So I'm playing the 6 on top of the 1, 2, 5 in the exactas. And then the 5's at 20 to 1. So I'm playing him first and second with the 1-2-6. So 5 with the 1-2-6, 1-2-6 on top of the 5. And those are my main bets. So it's early in the meet. I'm trying to use a little profile of how the track's been playing to play this race. And like I said, the 2 races or 3 races that they ran earlier today, the sprints on the dirt, they all went wire to wire, but they were too low to play. Well, the first horse was 7-2. I didn't play him because that was the first race. And then the third race, the horse was 8-5. He won easily. And I could have played him. I just don't play to win that much. So on such low odds, I don't like risking a lot of money for, tripling up my money is not a big deal. So this is the first race I was able to do it. I almost never play tries, but because it's such a short field, I'm going to box the 1, 2, 5, 6. And because really the 5 and 6, the 6 is like 8-1 and the 5's 23-1 right now. So if those two hit the board, and it's going to pay, so it's worth the play. So let's see how this race runs. We got a few more minutes, and they're still, they hammered the 6 a little bit, but the 5 drifted up to 23-1. So let's see how this race goes. Okay, so we're at Gulfstream Park West, October 17th, and this is a race 7. And this is a race, 6 horses. I'm doing a 4-horse box, but I'm only doing that because I told you about this track running profile so far in the meet. It's been short. But the 2 horses I like the best, the 6 and the 5, are both long shots. The 6 is like 9-1, and the 5's 23-1. So we're playing the 6-5 to win, and then a 1, 2, 5, 6 in a box for the try and exacta. 1, 2, 5, 6. And then I'm having, since the 5's 23-1, I'm betting the 5 first and second in the exacta with the 1, 2, 6. And we're going to have to deal with the split screen here. So our 6 and 5 are out of the track. They're on the lead, first and second. And so far in this meet, they've been wiring and stalking. You have to be up close. So that's why I'm making this play. Oh, they throw me off every time they do that split. Come on, 6-5. Can we bring this 5 and 6 together? So for exactas and tries, we basically have the 1, 2, 5, 6 in a box. We threw out the only 2 kind of closers because they don't seem to be running to the track profile. Come on, 5. That's my 5-6 right there. Come on, 5. Come on, 5-6-1. 5-6-1-2. We got everything. Come on, 5. I don't know. Did that 2 get through?
I think you're exactly right.
Did that 2 get through?
To squeeze through between horses late under jockey R.R. Mirage and gets the job done. Look where.
Okay, here's all our horses. All our horses. The 5, the 6, the 1, and the 2. We got them in boxes for the try and the exacta. We got the 5 first and second. Do we get beat here? How did this horse get through?
And the 2 is still third at this juncture, but I think as we get closer to the wire, the head bob, right on the money.
Oh my God!
I think the 2 drops the head. Matty's last dance for Marcus Vitale off that maiden 50 win. 5-1 win at race 7.
Did I just get beat?
Back to Belmont Park.
Did that 2 just beat me off of a monster? We still got the exacta and the try. But I think that's the difference of a 5-1 to a 23-1.
Starts it off. Joe Rosario,
and the only reason I hit this race Well, I had to box them, but they were both long shots. But my track profile so far for the meet has been pretty strong with speed holding there. We threw out the only two closers in the race.